It is with my sincerest apologies that I made you go on a Wednesday night without hearing the banjos. Nobody should have to go their Wednesday night without hearing those banjos. But let me just tell you, last Wednesday, I was sick as shit. And you want to know a little secret? I'm still sick as shit. But there is no way I am letting my people miss the emergency stream 2 weeks in a row. So we are here. We are going to break down one of my favorite tournaments of the year. And if you're like, you say that all the time, look, here it is. It's one of my favorite tournaments if it's a good hard course that actually makes these fuckers work a little bit, right? If you do that, you're going to be one of my favorite courses. In Bay Hill this week, it's going to make these motherfathers work. And we might get a little carnage. Hopefully the wind kicks up a little bit on the weekend and we get to see their asses get kicked, like 3 or 4 rounds. That would be really nice. I would really enjoy that. So that's what we got this week. Looking forward to it. Over the next 25 minutes, I'm going to give you everything you know to get ready for the Arnold Palmer Invitational, better known as API. Guys, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Hit the subscribe also, which is more important because I think we're only like 20 people away from 10,000. We might hit 10,000 tonight, which has been a goal of ours for a while. So help us get there, you motherfather. And hit the like. It helps the big guy out. He appreciates it, you motherfather. Let's get going. But before we do, a quick question. Have you made your lineups yet? I bet you have, you motherfathers. You got too excited. 1 week away, and you've already lost all your discipline. The big guy's not going to stand for it. Let's talk a little contest selection, okay? First up, let's just talk the big sand trap. That's the big $25 this week. And, look, I know a lot of you like to watch this show and you hear what I'm saying about contests, but, you have this dream that you're going to win $200,000 one day. It's a stupid dream because those numbers, the odds against you are not great, okay? But it's your life. You live it how you want, Big Daddy. And so if you're going to play in this, I'm going to tell you, this is about as good as the format ever gets. Only 20% to first. Second is half of first. That's pretty good. And you can see it goes down at a pretty steady rate. Problem is, by the time you get to 10th place, $6,000? Yeah, that's only 1/33 of first. That's not great, right? So I'm just telling you, you got to basically smash like a top 12 in this just to get your money back. This is why I don't like these super, super top heavy ones. I play in them because I'm just chasing big hits at this point. I want big, big hits. And when I say big hits, I mean like 50,000 plus. So I don't mind getting into poorly structured contests, but I also have a bankroll and can sustain the ups and downs of playing in this shitty tournament right here. Do you? And if the answer is no to that, then you shouldn't be playing in them. It's pretty simple. If the answer is yes, well, then you play whatever the hell you want. But I would say this, if you're playing in those and you have the money to play in those, but you still always lose or consistently lose at DraftKings, well, let me just go ahead and tell you, that's probably your problem right there. I will tell you a lot of these contests, as always, are way too small. The $5 Drive the Green, every single week they make it too small. People love that contest. The $200 single entry is almost full. So I'd be hopping in those ASAP. Look at this, the $250. Oh, wait, that still has 100 spots left. I would say I would be reserving all my shit quick. I'd be deciding what I want to do. We talked about it last week. You should probably reserve your shit Wednesday morning, if not Tuesday night, because DraftKings keeps making these too small, okay? There you go. That's contest selection. Hey, new guy, chance at redemption. What's the first thing we always check at PGA DFS? What is it, you fucker? That's right. It's okay. I like wind, but weather works. Okay. And I did drop another F-bomb. Please, Lord, forgive me. All right. We are here in Orlando. Okay. You can go to the amusement parks, or you can go, watch Morikawa play golf. And that's also the amusement parks because he sucks balls. I'm kidding. That's Rory. Morikawa's actually gotten pretty good at golf. Rory, you suck. Is Patrick Rogers here? Should have looked up old Patty Raj. That guy sucks. He sucks. Except the 1 week I made him my sleeper. Then he was there. Nostradegen strikes again. All right, here we go. Let's look at some weather. All right, let's get clicked, and we're there. It's Thursday, and Thursday looks spicy as hell, all right? It is going to be windy and blustery and cold and not great conditions all day long. So Thursday's kind of a please don't shoot a +6, asshole, please, so you at least have a chance to make the cut on Friday. Please don't do this to me. I have a beautiful 6 of 6. Not you, man. Okay. Who was that last week that really? Oh, yeah, Adam Svensson. I had the best 6 of 6 you could possibly have in a couple of the big tournaments. I mean, it literally was still winning first place on Saturday with a 5 of 6. But Adam Svensson said, no, I go ahead and miss the cut for you. It's like, thank you for that, bud. Okay. So Thursday's going to kick everybody's ass, okay? It's going to kick everybody's ass. There is no wave edge to be had on Thursday. It looks like consistent wind all day. I know I don't want my guys out there when it's cold in the morning. So if anything, that makes me lean to those afternoon guys where it at least gets up to the 60s. Okay. Because below 60, I've seen it numerous times. We've even charted it over at DGen 75 last year. You score less when it's below 60 degrees. 60 degrees seems to be the threshold we're scoring. Whenever it's only temperature, scoring seems to change at about 60 degrees. But you head over here to Friday, and it looks beautiful. Beautiful. No wind. Okay. When you go to NAM and you look at it, no wind all day. It gets up into the low 70s, and it looks okay, right? Now, this is what you need to understand. This is what the real fucking tryhards do. A lot of people are like, all right, so there's no edge. It's all windy one day and all no wind the other day. It's going to be time. It's going to be time. Okay, well, you're a dumbass, okay? It's not the same, okay? It's not the same at all. First of all, a lot of these guys are going to be out there Friday morning, and it's cold as a witch's tit, right? But the guys out there Thursday morning are going to be out there when it is the wind is blowing and it's cold. That's double. You're fucked, right? So if I had to pick between Thursday morning and Friday morning, I would give a big advantage to Friday morning guys outscoring them. You're like, well, they'll just get it back in the afternoon. Well, not necessarily, right? Afternoon scoring is just not going to be as easy. The course is going to get trampled, and afternoon scores just tend to be a lot lower than morning scores. So I would say I want a PM/AM. But that's still not deep. Anybody can go deeper than that if you know what you're doing. And people don't understand this, and I'm going to help you understand it right now. These tee times are not normal. They are not going off tees 1 and 10. That's 10. I have my other hand up if you can't see it. That's 10. All right, they're going off T1, which you hardly ever see. There's like the Masters and like the Open Championship that do this, where everybody just goes off T1. Okay, almost everybody does like an AM pairing and a PM pairing, and they put them off 1 and 10, and then 2.5 hours later, you put the afternoon group off, right? Well, let's look at that. They don't do that here. Everybody's going off the first tee, so we've got some really interesting tee times. And what you really want to do is you just want to get guys who go off as late as possible on both days. I think you do not want to be out there either morning. I think that Friday afternoon, the scoring will be better than Friday morning. And I also think that Friday afternoon will be better scoring than I said that wrong. Friday morning, late Friday morning. If you can get those guys who go out late Friday morning, they're going to be in the nutted conditions all day, right? So when I go let's go find the guys who go out late Friday. All right, that's going to be your round 2. And notice some of these guys, like right here, Lucas Glover has the last tee time on Friday. I think that's a good thing. I think that's going to be really, really good because here's what happens. If he has the latest tee time there, how does that affect his Thursday? It also means he gets a medium tee time. Look, he goes off at 10:40 on Thursday. So look at all these guys that go off before him. It's 3 hours they'll be teeing off before he has to go out there. So Lucas Glover isn't going to have to be out there when it's 50, 51, 54, 57 degrees and the wind is blowing. He doesn't go out there until the weather gets to 60 degrees, that magic threshold number. So I am really looking at these guys for Friday who have the latest possible tee times, or for if it's easier for you, Thursday, round 1, who have the latest possible tee time, right? You want to get the latest possible tee times, I think, on both of them, okay? Friday would be more important to me. Yes, Friday would be more important to me. So I hope that makes sense. Guys that I would be targeting who have late tee times would be Berger, Griffin, Michael Kim, Lucas Glover, Novak, McGreevy, Morikawa. Oh, God, am I going to play that fucker? Keegan Bradley, Matsuyama, Aberg. It's a lot of these guys right here in this box have the late. But don't forget about these guys over here, too. There's also guys who go late the other way, right? And that's going to be guys like Harris English, Rafael Campos, Patrick Rogers, the fucking loser, Justin Rose, Highsmith, Cantlay, Burns. So it's basically going to be these guys and these guys who are going to be late. And I do think you want your guys to be late. Okay? That's my opinion because that at least keeps them out of the cold where they only have to deal with the wind, right? Let's move on to ownership. All right, here we go. Moving on to ownership. There's 3 types of chalk, new guy. There's donkey chalk, meaning that if you play it, you're a donkey because everybody's playing them. And we never play donkey chalk. What's that guy in the back? That's right. Except when we do. All right. The next one, chalk, which means like I don't like it, but I don't love it either, right? It's like, I don't like it, but I don't hate it either, right? It's one of those things that's like, you get a little chalky. I'm keeping my eye on you. You might get to donkey chalk, but you ain't there yet. And then last one's okay chalk. That's chalk I don't even consider chalk, but this industry does, so I constantly have to teach these dumb shits what the term actually means, okay? So let's get going. Let's look at each of these guys independently, and let's see. Are you chalk or are you not? All right, first up, Scotty Scheffler. What are you doing? Let me get my fingers ready. All right, yeah, look, Scotty's probably going to come in at 40%. Although the last tournament we saw Rory and Scheffler together, it was Rory that got the big bump, not Scotty. But then everybody watched Scotty pretty much, turn Rory upside down and mop the floors there, right? And Rory's got that really coarse, fine hair, so he could really scrub down there in the corners. The people in the kitchen were just so happy with the work that Scotty did. Really, the guy can really mop a floor. Rory's hair did help. I will acknowledge it. Rory's hair did help with the mopping, okay? So Scotty Scheffler, I think, is going to be the guy who gets bumped up a little bit this week, all right? When he comes in at 40% tomorrow, not going to surprise me in the least, and so this shouldn't surprise you. When I give that man... Don't get choked. Donkey chalk. We don't do it. We don't do that, guys. We don't do that. Except when we do, because it's Scotty Scheffler, okay? Scotty Scheffler. Pretty good golfer. That's what they say about him. All right, next up, Rory McIlroy. Okay, not a big fan of him, new guy. I don't like the guy. I think he's a natural-born loser. He actually starred in Woody Harrelson, with Woody Harrelson in that movie back in the 90s. Natural-born loser. He's had a good career since then. He was the chick, by the way. Rory is going to be pretty moderately high, but a lot of that is just simply, people got to spend their money, and I actually think that he's going to get a little bit of a dip because when people go to Scheffler, they're probably most likely moving off of Rory because it's not very practical to have those two in a lineup together. So I'm going to be nice to Rory McIlroy. That's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to give him, don't love it, Chalk. Don't love it. All right? Mr. Iceberg, Mr. Thomas, Mr. Cantlay, you guys are all kind of right there together, and you guys are all about, hovering in the same range. I don't think any of you reach that magical threshold of donkey chalk, so I'm going to be in a good mood. I'm going to give you, I don't love it, guys, because one of you, I'm going to wake up, you're going to be 23% tomorrow, and be like, I want to play Justin Thomas if I knew he was 23%. Like, I actually am warming up to JT this year, but I don't want to play him at 23%. But if he's more like 16, 70%, all right, now I'm in. Okay, now I'm in. That's a big deal. And if you're like, it's only 16 to 23, bro, that's 7%. And when you're talking about a contest that has 100,000 people, that's 7,000 more lineups that have fucking Justin Thomas in it. That's not what I want to deal with, all right?
Get the fuck out of here.
Thank you, Polly. All right, moving on. We've got old Tammy Fleetwood. He's coming over from the island. He's going to teach these boys how to play a little bit of golf. Fleetwood's a little bit further down. Yes, he's in the 9,000s, but he's kind of in this little area where he's by himself. 2 guys above him, 4 guys below him are all way, way, way different ownership than he is. And his is kind of standing out pretty high compared to theirs. So by definition, if you go by his range, I think I have no choice. The man is.
The man's donkey chalk, and we don't play donkey chalk.
What am I supposed to do? The man's donkey chalk. All right, moving on. Morikawa, Decky here in the 9,000s. I think both of them are going to kind of come in lower than this. I really do. So with that, I cannot in good conscience call them donkey chalk if they're not over 15%. And so because of that, I'm actually going to give them... Okay. They're okay chalk, all right? There's not even that bad. So that's what I'm going to give them. They're just not that... I don't even consider that chalk, to be honest with you, Bob. And then you got a couple slapdicks down here called honorable mentions. It's Nick Taylor and Harris English, all right? 2 guys I actually like. And honestly, especially Harris English. Harris English can grind his balls at courses like this. We've already seen it once this year. You put Harris English in his stupid rope hat in a tournament, the magic happens. It really does. So with that, Nick Taylor and Harris English, I hate to say this because, it's incredible. We'll talk about this in a little bit. But once you get down past, 7,900, the ownership is so spread out. Not a single person projected over 11%. That's insane. And I think maybe a lot of people are doing that because it's a very small, it is a cut event, but it's a very small cut event. Very few people will get cut. So because of that, I think people like the safety of these two. So with that, though, with them being the 2 highest down there, I have no choice, guys. You're leaving me no choice.
The man's donkey chalk, and we don't play donkey chalk.
We don't do that around here, guys. Except when we do. Then we do. All right. So if we got that, then we got to... Look, people are watching this. They're going to jump. They're going to change. Okay, well, I'm not playing him if he's chalk. And people are going to change tonight. And with that, we need to project who's going to steam up tonight and who is going to moonwalk backwards as far as ownership goes. The first one up is... His name is... There it is, Justin Thomas. The guy's playing well this year, right? He is unbroken. Him, Spieth, Ricky Fowler. I'm starting to believe that some of Victor Hovland. These are 4 guys I've had on my they're broke list. Don't fucking play them. All right, but I'm starting to think that like maybe I'm most convinced Thomas is unbroke. He is fixing himself, and I would say he's 90% fixed, all right? The other three, well, I'm not quite that high on them yet. But Justin Thomas is getting fixed. He's 9,400. He can easily be the second guy in your lineup. He's won majors at tough courses before. He has a track record of performing well in these. So because of that, I think Justin Thomas is going to steam up tonight. All right, next up on the list, we've got Will Zalatoris. That saddens me. I like Will Zalatoris. When I think of long, hard courses, Will Zalatoris is like on my Mount Rushmore of guys I love to play on long, hard courses, right? And I think that people are ready for Will Zalatoris to be back. He was a DFS darling back in the day. And so Will Zalatoris at 8,600 easily can be the second, third guy in your lineup. Depending if you got a really weird build, I guess he could even be the fourth guy. But what I do know is this guy is going to get steamed up tonight. Now, when I say steamed up, we have him projected like 8%. I think he'll get to like 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, next up, Sugar Shane Lowry kind of let some of you down last week, didn't he? Because he was on the wrong side of the weather edge, of which if you were at shipitnation.com, you would have known about. 2 weeks in a row, there's been a average of over 2 strokes in weather, and people just weren't playing it either week. And I told everybody about it 2 weeks in a row. You're welcome. Just me and weather. Just, weather. Oh, I love you, weather. Okay. That's me. Shane Lowry is going to steam up tonight, and it's simple. Shane Lowry's really good on long, hard courses. Shane Lowry's 8,200, which that price tag with a guy who was just, what was he, 10-8 last week? People are going to fall for that. They're going to be all over it. Shane Lowry is going to be very appealing to people. You will see him steam up tonight. All right, if people are steaming up, that means somebody's got to be moonwalking. So let's talk about people who are moonwalking. Thanks, Michael. I appreciate that. A little preemptive. All right, moving on. Patrick Cantlay. But people are just tired of this guy. Why would people are going to look at their lineups and say, I have to have the winner. If you have to have the winner in your lineup to win this week, well, you sure shit don't want Cantlay, do you? Because the guy never wins. You're paying $9,500, which if you're paying $9,500 is right on the borderline of not even be able to afford Scheffler. And if you put those two together, the rest of your lineup is going to be a bunch of fucking punts. So with that in mind, I think Patrick Cantlay is going to moonwalk backwards. Next up, we've got Russell Henley, who did okay last week. Just another Nostradamus smash, another top 10. You're welcome. And I just think people are going to say this is a long, hard course. You got to hit it 500 miles off the tee or you can't compete here. Okay, well, you tell yourself that. That's not true, but you keep telling yourself that. But there's enough of that narrative out there that, and Russell Henley does not hit the ball far off the tee. So because of that, he is going to moonwalk backwards tonight. And lastly, we've got what does that say? Jason Day. I can see the screen. You can't see it because you got my big ass in the way. So Jason Day is the last one. Jason Day has won this tournament before. Jason Day is a guy who's playing sneaky good. Jason Day is a guy who actually still has all four parts of his game going, which is something you need here. And most importantly, he's 7,700. And that is just too appetizing for people to pass up on. I am sure we will see Jason Day steam up to double digits tonight. There you go. That is the steam and moonwalk, guys. All right, let's get out of this and let's get over to this. Let me tell you, this is called Dejan's Scorecard. This is also something you get over at shipitnation.com. Don't forget, we also have my Dejan notes, which people seem to really love. So what do you do here? Well, let's say Tommy Fleetwood going to be real popular this week. I go look at Tommy Fleetwood. I go over here to this. Notice he doesn't really have any negatives, right? Or positives. He's got, he's negatives on courses that have a lot of water. Okay, so maybe you hold that against him. But like on long courses, tough courses, and strong fields, they don't change how well he plays, right? It basically says that even when he plays against the very best or the toughest courses, his baseline of success stays the same. It doesn't go up, it doesn't go down. So that if you like Fleetwood, well then you look at this confirms you shouldn't get off of him then. This is a guy who plays just fine in a tournament like this. But take a guy like Eric Cole here, right? Eric Cole's playing this week. Long courses, he is horrific at them, right? What is this one? Tough courses. He is horrific at them. Strong fields. He is horrific at them. And we have all three of those things this week. So looking at this, and remember, this is Eric Cole against himself. So when Eric Cole plays against good players, his average goes down. When he plays a tough course, his average goes down. When he plays a strong field, his average goes down. So everything is working against Eric Cole this week. You can still play him, but looking at his long-term historical and using this right here, you can see this is the worst possible spot for Eric Cole. Okay, let's go talk about the field for a little bit, and let's get out of here. First up, Let's see. So it's like Scotty and Rory are going to get the ownership, and then Xander, Ludwig, Morikawa, Cantlay, they're not getting shit. Thomas will get a little bit. Matsuyama will not. Finau, and then we know Fleetwood's getting some. Burns, M, Henley, McNeely, Zalatoris. Nobody's playing these guys. I mean, I'm talking single-digit ownership for these guys who have a legit chance to win this thing. That's crazy, right? Daniel Berger, very overpriced. I don't know why he's 8,500 all of a sudden, but he is. Victor Hovland's one of those guys that I already told you. I have him on my he's broken list, and I'm not talking about his pinky toe. But here's the question. Victor Hovland will be back. He broke himself last year when he was dicking around with his swing, and he came back. Is he going to come back this year? Probably, because he's an awesome golfer. But here's the question. Is he there yet? And that's a question you got to answer. Do you want to be early to the party, on time to the party, or late to the party? Well, the only way to be on time is to guess. And you have to nail it, right? Maybe this is the week he comes out and gets that T2 or whatever, right? And so, Victor Hovland is a guy on long, hard courses I fucking love. It's one of his best features, right? PGA Championship, U.S. Open setups. I love him at those kind of tournaments because he's so good at long, hard courses. But then there's also the problem of he's just not very good right now because he dicks around with his swing so much. He gets in his own head and he doesn't play well. So Victor Hovland's a guy you're going to have to really think, is he going to be back this week? Shane Lowry, good at long, hard courses. Sepp Straka, Bobby Mack. I mean, this is a row of just guys that are going to be low-owned who are good at long, hard courses, right? Tom Kim, not so much good at it, but he's playing good golf. I've heard Batia's name thrown around a ton. Corey Connors, I like it medium and short courses. I don't like him at these longer courses that get over 7,500 yards. Same with, Fitzpatrick. That guy, I just gave up on him a long time ago. My life's been happier. Same with Keith Mitchell. Just drop those two from your life. It'll be much more. You'll wake up and the birds will be singing every day, I promise. Moving on, I think Adam Scott's a very fair price. Minwoo Lee can smash it off the tee. So if you're looking for off the tee, he's going to be very appealing to you. I think Aaron Rai, I think the course might be a little long for him, but man, that guy can grind a par like nobody's business, right? I think it's just the two gloves. It's like it gives him magical powers. From there, I've heard Davis Thompson getting talked up a lot. Something tells me he's going to be a sneaky, just jumps up 10 points in ownership tomorrow. I know of at least two communities who are hyping him. What the fuck ever. Nothing wrong with Davis Thompson. Just, I don't know. Who else? Kraserman. He's actually showed some life of coming back, but still not, still doesn't seem like he was like 6 weeks ago. Like, you can count on him. From there, Steven Yeager's a bomber off the tee if that's what you're looking for. For me, I'm looking for guys who can really play all four facets of the game. I'm not looking necessarily for bombers. I need a guy who's good around the greens just as much as I need a guy who can hit it far off the tee, right? So somebody who has all four parts of their game. Bezadenhaw, a guy who can grind, right? That guy can grind his balls and find you some pars. I still think Max Homa's broken. I don't like Eckroat at long courses. All right, I totally forgot to find my sleeper, so I'm literally right here on the air just going to pull a sleeper. You know what? Fuck it. Aaron Rai. You know what? If I'm going to talk him up, I'm just going to go with him. We're going with the two-glove magic, Aaron Rai. How much thought and research did I put into it? Well, you just watched it. It was about 3.5 seconds, all right? So if you guys are coming here for the picks, please stop that. You know why my picks have been so good? Because I don't give a shit about them. I go with guys that I'm going to play, that I think are good plays, and I put it out there as kind of a fun entertainment spectacle. Not, you should follow me for the picks and plays, brother. All right. The one guy I'm definitely not playing, I think I just got to fade Nick Taylor, right? In the 6,000s, probably going to come in at double-digit ownership. I like Nick Taylor. I'm a Nick Taylor guy, but I'm not playing him as like the sole donkey chalk of the 6,000s. I just can't do it. All right, because you, sir, are not playing that donkey. All right, but the one guy I am playing is a guy that I'm telling you, I'm forming an early man crush on, and I think that I'm going to be picking him like 4 times a season every season, right? He's just so good. He hits his long iron so well. He hits it so far off the tee. He putts really well. He has a gentle touch around the greens, and his short game's getting better. He's good with wedges. He's good with long irons. It's like, what the fuck is this guy not good at, man? And the answer is, I mean, for a young guy, he should be worse at all these things, but he's pretty damn good at them. I think he's got the best by pricing, which I love. And so because of that, I'm left with no choice. The one guy I'm playing this week, well, you better watch out if you're on a boat because the iceberg might get you. The one guy we're playing Ludwig Iceberg. That's right. The king of the north. And I I don't know. Did the King of the North have to avoid an ice cube or an iceberg? Was he just out there on the little boat being like, oh, dragon's going to melt me. Oh, throw the iceberg at him. And then, that was a weird episode. Season 5, weird episode. There you go. That's it. All right, guys, let me tell you a little something. We had a big week over at Ship It. We're going to get to the drawing in just a second. Multiple guys hitting lots and lots of money, flying the flag. Appreciate all you guys doing that. Send them to us. It's not about the administration over here, the admins over at Ship It. It's about the community. It's about all of our members winning and finding success, building a process, putting their money into their contest and not their content, being able to build a process so they can consistently find success. Not that they win every week. No stupid bullshit like that. But guys who are out there building a process and learning how to grind and winning in the long run. That is what we teach. You can see we do this every week with a bunch of fresh names, a lot of people finding success. And oh yeah, if you didn't see, we joined with SaberSim. Now you can get SaberSim cheaper if you join it, if you get it through Ship It than you can anywhere else. So I would highly encourage you, if you come over here, not only are you going to get the best DFS site out there and Ship It, you can also add the best optimizer out there with it, SaberSim. So basically, we have everything you could possibly need. Don't forget, we also have my DGen notes to go along with my DGen scorecard, which has been quite the perk this year. And we have the best tool in all of PGA DFS called the Stone. We have it for week long, aka kicking the nuts, and round 2, round 3, and round 4, right? All right, I'm telling you, you should sign up. This is the best time of golf all year. Get in there now. Get that yearly package. It goes through December. It's so cheap. It's cheaper than anybody out there. All right, let me spin this. This is for all the people that liked and retweeted over on Twitter for a $100 lineup to build with me tonight if you want to. The winner is DRico13. Reach out to me either on, if you're on the Discord over at Ship It, do it there. If not, reach out to me on Twitter. All right, guys, just a reminder. I've been really sick this week, and it's really made me, been a reminder of, actually I've been sick the last 2 weeks, a reminder of how precious life is and how lucky we are to get to do this thing that we enjoy together. So don't take this for granted, guys. Enjoy your PGA DFS, win or lose. Enjoy the process of listening to content and building your lineups and building your player pool and going through your process, watching the golf, sweating your lineups, tilting your lineups, and then seeing how you do on Sunday, win or lose. We're all winners because we get to do it together as part of a community. It's something special. I love PGA DFS. I love all of you guys. I appreciate all the prayers and the support and you making a point to be here every Wednesday night. It means a lot to me. We will see you next Wednesday. Enjoy this outro, you mother fathers.